Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to another episode of Vinnie's Vittles. This week we're making oatmeal raisin cookies. This recipe was sent in by one of our subscribers, Miss Esther Carver. We're tickled to death to make this for her, and we're looking forward to it. It sounds incredible. This is, I guess, a recipe that's been in their family for a while. There's been one small adjustment to the recipe. By mistake, her daughter actually put in 3 times as much vanilla extract as was supposed to be put in. Sorry about that. Apparently, it is very, very good and very addictive. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it too. We look forward to making it. Shameless plug. Miss Esther also has a YouTube channel, and I know that Maymay's going to put a link to it in the description box so you can go check her out and subscribe to her channel as well. Send us your recipe. Let us try it out. If we use it on the show, you might get a little something special in the mail from us just to say thank you for sending it in. So let's get started on this great cookie recipe. So here's what we need to make this great recipe. You can find the actual recipe in the description box, but we're going to be using all-purpose flour, some butter. We're also going to be using some oats, like oatmeal. We'll also be using the vanilla extract that we talked about, sugar, a couple of eggs, some raisins, some brown sugar, a little bit of salt, a little bit of baking soda, some cinnamon, and we're going to mix it all together and make some wonderful goodness. Okay, so I know it's going to be great. All right, let's get started. We're going to add the softened butter. Now, we just did this in the microwave for like 10 seconds at a time until we got it soft like we wanted it. We're just going to add this to our mixing bowl. Hopefully it'll cooperate and just fall in there. Excellent. All right, so we've got the butter in. We've added our white sugar. Now we're going to add the brown sugar. Then we're going to cream these ingredients together until they're nice and smooth. In our trusty mixer.
I love this mixer because, I know I always butt in, and I'm going to use my hand to point right here. I love this mixer because this beater has a rubber spatula edge on it, and it hits the spots. And I can't remember, but they say there's so many rotations where it takes it to hit the whole bowl, but it's super cool the way it works. Came from QVC, check it out. It's a KitchenAid mixer.
They sell them at other places too, though, not just
yeah,
QVC, right?
The thing about QVC is they have Easy Pay.
Well, we love Easy Pay, that's
yes,
true.
we do.
All right, we're going to beat in the eggs one at a time. Hopefully this is going to pour right. Hey, it worked. And we're going to just let that mix together. And we're going to add the second egg. Try to make sure you leave the shell out. I worked hard to make sure I didn't put any shell in my recipe. We have our mixer set to stir. We're going to add in the vanilla extract.
That is a lot of vanilla. I don't know about this.
She says it makes crack, so can't go wrong with that, I guess.
I'm excited to try it. I really am because I like vanilla. So.
All right, and then we're going to add the salt, the baking soda, and the cinnamon in with our flour. And we're just going to kind of mix that together a little bit.
Oh, that vanilla. Do you smell it?
I do.
Oh my gosh.
Smells good. All right, and then we're going to add in that to our mixture. We're going to try not to make too big a mess. Am I doing all right? Looks like it's going in there like it's supposed to. Oops. Okay, we have all of our ingredients mixed together well except for our oats and our raisins, and we're going to add them now, and then we'll turn it back on and let it stir that all up together. Apparently pouring is just not something I'm real good at.
I think you did pretty good.
You got to make a mess in the kitchen for it to be good, right?
That's your theory.
That's my theory. If you don't get it all over you and all over the kitchen,
or use your hands, then you're not good.
You got to use your hands to cook for sure. All right, so we're going to turn it back on the stirring setting. Let it mix together. All right, so we have combined all of those ingredients with our other ingredients. And now we're gonna clean off a little bit here. Man, that looks really good.
The vanilla is amazing. It's so strong.
It is. It smells very strong, but I bet it's gonna taste incredible.
Probably is.
All right, so we're gonna take the beater off. And then we'll unlock our bowl. Bring it over here where it's right here. And we're gonna mix all this together good. Just kind of get it all down in the center of the bowl.
That mixer does such a good job scraping the sides, but I'm like you still have to do that a little bit and get it all in there.
But it did a pretty good job.
It does do a good job.
All right, so now we've got all the ingredients down in here pretty good. Now we're gonna cover it and put it in the refrigerator and let it chill for about an hour. Okay, so we just removed our cookie mixture from the refrigerator. It's been in there for, I don't know, hour and 15 minutes, something like that. The instructions say to roll them into walnut-sized balls, which I've already done with one. Place them on a greased cookie sheet about 2 inches apart. So we're just gonna continue that process. One thing that I do love is once it has been chilled, it's not near as sticky when you start rolling the balls together, which is a big plus to me. So it doesn't stick all to your hands the whole time you're trying to roll it out.
It's nothing like sausage balls.
Nothing like sausage balls, man. Those sausage balls make a mess.
But they good.
They are good. We had the stuff. We might whip some of those up for breakfast.
Saturday morning breakfast.
Can't hardly beat that. So we're going to roll these out and see how many of these we can put together for our cookie sheets. And we'll be back with you in just a second once we get them done. All right, we've rolled our cookies into walnut-sized balls. We're just using 2 pans. We got about 30 cookies on those 2 pans. Looks like this batch would probably make somewhere between 45, maybe 50 cookies. We preheated our oven to 375. The instruction says all you do is take a fork dipped in sugar and kind of squash them down just a little bit. Don't want to squash them down too much. Dip it back in the sugar. Squash them down again, back in the sugar. Squash it down again, back in the sugar. Man, if you guys could smell these, they smell amazing. I can't imagine how good they're going to taste. But I'm really looking forward to eating them. This is a very easy recipe to put together. And I mean, they just absolutely smell amazing. I cannot wait to taste them. But very simple to put together, very easy to make, especially once the dough chilled. And like we said earlier, it was not sticky. I mean, it was a little sticky, but not too bad sticky, even on our hands. So the oven preheated to 375, like we said. We're going to put these in and let them cook for about 8 to 10 minutes, and then we'll be back in a few minutes to see how they taste. All right, guys, the cookies are out. They look fantastic. They taste delicious. There's about 30 cookies here, less the one that we ate when we were taking them off the pan. They are absolutely delicious. We only used about half of the dough, and so we have a nice wrapped giant cookie that we're going to put in the refrigerator and save for a little bit later. And then we might make another batch at another time in the next near future. But they are fantastic. Now it's time for the taste test. These will be much better with a nice big cold glass of milk, but for now we're just going to eat one. They're very soft, they're very good. I hate for you to watch me eat it. Very, very good. Very tasty, very moist, wonderful cookie. Great recipe, Miss Esther. Thank you so much for sharing it with us. Remember, send us your recipes. We'll try them out. If we use them on the show, we'll send you a prize for doing it. Don't forget to subscribe. Share Vinnie's Vittles with all your friends. Let them know how much you enjoy our time together. I look forward to being with you again. Don't forget, you're going to love them. See you next time.